All right. Hopefully the ad break is done. I really should just keep a timer or something so I know when that actually is happening, or find a way to. She says the thing tells me when the ad break is happening, but it doesn't tell me when the ad break is over. And that would actually be useful, so I know, oh yeah, it's been a minute, because I'm terrible at knowing what time is. So anyways, here we are. Here's 4K. He is still level 25 Rogue. And I'm still calling it Rouge in the title, not Rogue. And whoops. So hello, my wonderful wife, Anna. Also pretty darn wonderful Tobias. And pretty great Abby. No, Abby's also wonderful. So let's get this started. We got a quest to do. We met our new character, the lady, Lalafell lady, who decides that all pirates are bad, even the good pirates, and she wants to take us all down. And now we have a contest of getting the 3 MacGuffins. So we're going to get those MacGuffins. Going to make it happen. I've been practicing your dance steps, 4K, because we're about to ready to run rings around Captain Milala. Don't forget to ask about our podcast, Anna. Don't forget. I am already streaming. It's not my fault. When I started to hit the stream button, Rook was not streaming. Like, just because... Look, I cannot help that she decided to stream when I decided to stream. I had no knowledge that she was going to stream when I was going to stream. And now I'm streaming. I can't talk to Rook on a stream. Because herding cats... Yeah, Tobias, so go into 2 streams, talk to Rook, be like, hey, I'm awesome, the Carball Chronicle. You know, make it happen. I don't care how y'all do it. Tobias loves herding cats. That's why he does podcasts. All right. But focusing on here. This guy, he's talking about this thing. That's right. No, they're lion ladies. I mean, Rothgals is a great one too. The lion ladies. Darn it, it's alliterative. It's great. Although herding Rothgals is also alliterative, so that's also good. Blah. All right. The Yellow Jackets impressing their investigations into treasures that was cloyed from the Maelstrom tub. But as you know, we've got our own network of coves that don't miss the nut-goings about town. As for the sharp end of the job, it'll be you, me, Underfoot, and the Stray. Let's get down to business, eh? It would be something you found out. All right. Oh man, I did not realize how much that really, when it's a lot of stuff, it really cuts off the bottom there. Anyways, Fakiv's late to the feast, so I'll just make sure we're all on the same page for the now. When to get down to it, we have 2 goals for this job. Bite back on the 3 treasures, and mill the coves that cloyed them in the first place. You can be sure that the Yellow Jacket Shrew will be doing her damnedest to beat us to the marks, and seeing as the fate of the guild is at stake, we best not drag our due beaters on this one. I say we grapple them baubles before she even lifted another, and give her a proper reason to rage against us rogues. You seem awful keen on this contest all of a sudden, Jake. Or Jackie, or whatever your name is. Aye, well, here's the thing. I sent my grievance to the Thalassocracy regarding the Shrews challenge, but them pay for purple shufflers don't care whit, as long as one of us gets the job done. Oh, Anna's making all the taskings multi. Even her multitasks are multi. All right. So I figured I'd sail with the wind rather than against it. Besides, who would want to shirk our duties and force Captain Milala to blunder around in scary darkmans now, would we? How very gentlemanly of you. Well, them's the cars what we dealt with, ain't they? Now stow your quips, and let's hear what you learned about them bloody treasures already. Aye, the treasures. According to the manifest of the Maelstrom vessel, we're looking right back the Cerulean Star, the Silver Sorrows, and something called the Black Sarcophagus. Some excellent names for MacGuffins. Aside from the fancy names, I'll whittle a few more details. The Cerulean Star, for starters, is a big old blue diamond that shines like a star, I suppose. Then we got the Silver Sorrows, a pair of earrings that once graced the wattles of a Sultana of Ulda. There's a tale there, but one that don't concern us at present. Lastly, this black sarcophagus thing, I'm afraid that would remain a mystery no matter how much I poked and prodded. In any case, all three of these trinkets were recorded as spoils from official privateering raids. Now, as you know, a pirate usually sells his plunder through a reliable fence. Sometimes, though, holding auction is the only way to offload goods that are too extravagant or just too bleeding rare for the average cull to deal in. Our three wondrous treasures fell into the auction-only category. When the bidding began in Ailport, the Zazagri weighed in with its ample purse and made some unmatchable offers, then organized a tub for the merchandise we shipped back to Limsa. And that's when our mercs swooped in and picked their transport clean. I paid a few wits to the Maelstrom sailors as they survived the attack, and they pointed the finger at the grinning curs. Problem is, not one cold scene hide no air of the curs, not to mention their bloody ship since the raid. Sorry I'm late, Jack. But you want to hear this? Some of the cargoes cloyed off that transport was just found during its routine inspection at the Lothrangan checkpoint. Thangren? Have the curs made landfall then? What other treasures? Any mention on them? Not that I've heard, but the jackets ain't done shaking out all the boxes yet. Then we better get our eyes out there quick like 40k underfoot. You're fresh for a run, ain't you? Come on, Colt. I'll race to the checkpoint. And you're going to win, because I had to talk to someone when we get there. Yeah, there he is. I want a race. You owe me a pint, 4K. Japes aside, though it looks like the key was right about the cargo. Well, the catch from them swads at the gate, it seems the peddler was boned for carrying goods that was known to be aboard of that transport. They carted the poor sod away in chains, but the cargo itself is still here. I saw a pair of jackets carrying the boxes up that wooden ramp. What we need to know is what's in them crates. I get a feeling they won't open their gains for the asking, though, not while this fool's challenge is going on. Think you can skulk over there and see if they found them treasures yet? It's over here. That's probably over here. Yeah, it's up there. Okay. Two yellow jacket soldiers are inspecting the seized cargo. Approach them while cloaked by your hide ability and attempt to listen on their progress. The yellow jackets are discussing the contents of the crates. And then Abby reclaimed drink liquid Vogon for 150 whatever channel points are called. I have drink the coffee, the liquid that is in this cup. This is all junk. No diamond, no earrings, ain't no bloody black sarcophagus. Looks like we'll have to lean hard on that skinny peddler if we're going to find them treasures. Sergeant says the merchant's still pleading ignorance. Claims he was hired to carry the goods to the checkpoint, not else. Ah, what a pile of bogle shite. I'm guessing the pirates must have split the cargo and are trying to look for every checkpoint. Captain Milala has always given order to double the guard and inspect every cart and wagon that comes through. Boop. So they've not of value, eh? Bene. Oh, you're Italian now. So we thought that they lost the contest before the probably started. But that to be as it may, something doesn't add it up here. Why would you order a coal to carry the goods through the checkpoint? No smuggler is a daft, surely. And even by some miracle, the goods are screamed through like crown without raising a fuss. Would ye be raising? Blah, blah. Accents suck. Why am I bothering? Well, that's because all the frickin' like ends and apostrophes and why would ye be risk taking merchandise back to the city that ye coined it from? Nah, there's a bigger picture here, and we need to take a step back to see it. Assuming the Curs hired this peddler to do the dirty work, we someone in the shadows has brokered the deal, and I just happen to know a cove. What makes his business to oversee these kinds of shady arrangements. Thing is, the black market bloke changes his haunts depending on how the breeze blows. Quite literally, in fact. I seem to recall the Navigator's Veil being shifted westerly this morning, so that put him... Tiller's Rest. Nice and close. Why don't we ask him a few questions before we head back to the guild? Not close? Okay, that's not bad. Pride myself on my memory for faces, but yours is unknown to me. Are you an earnest customer or an inquisitive annoyance? I must be sure of your intentions. Oh, okay. Well, I did it. So what up? Yeah. The dance is old, but the name is new. Put away your daggers, rogue. I've peddled my wares to your kind as the upright thieves stalk the night. Speak. What would you have of this humble merchant? Still tormenting the cults, eh, Granddad? come for information on a smuggling job. There was this peddler that was caught at the Lathangran checkpoint moving merchandise for the grinning curs. Pleaded innocence even when he had the screws put to him. You wouldn't know aught about the deal, would you? Every sassorid detail, not a single grain of stolen sands passes through the shadows without my knowledge. But such prickly wisdom lodges tightly in one's throat. What have you brought to ease the pain of its passage? Now spare me the theatrics, Grandad. Here's your usual purse. The sum is paid. The deal is made. May my answers state your fickle hunger. Your hapless peddler was indeed innocent. He was but a beast of burden, employed by the associates of the grinning curs, and lightly knew not of his freight's tainted nature. A pawn, if you will, a convenient decoy. There are those amongst my acquaintances who specialize in providing such services. Aye, that's what I thought. The curs wanted the cull to get caught, and now the jackets have had a taste. They'll want to waste their time yaffling every shite pie that comes through their checkpoints. Meanwhile, the real treasures are hidden away in the docklands, along with the grinning curs. Not the Talkmans, Master Rogue. The Mists. Aside from the traveling merchant, the Cur's associates have spent coin on another piece of this first little game. A navigator. One who's practiced in piloting a vessel through the Doxy's Pull. The Doxys? God only knows how many ships have sailed in that fog soup and never come out again. And that's what they say the Curs have gone to the ground? Now there's a trick that took some bollocks. Once the haunted tub was sitting dimber in the mist, though, it'd be easy to have these associates of theirs ferry the junk goods to Lenosha. Then the canny coves just need to wait for the peddler to get boned and draw the glazes of the yellow jackets inland. We need to strike now. As soon as they learn the coast is clear, they'll flee for the open waters. A fair appraisal of events. Now that you know the location of your marks, however, it will not be so difficult to track them down. The Doxy's Pull was once an impenetrable shroud, but since the calamity, the mists are far less constant. Narrow your search to the heaviest banks, and you will soon uncover those who wish to remain unseen. But now a warning. The mists conceal other dangers besides the dogs you seek. A careless step may land you upon the chopping block. The chopping block? You can't mean... Well, it seems I found myself another lead to look into. You hurry on back to Jake and tell him what we learned so far. There you go. I do hope we might do this again, young rogue. Pray in mind not to lose your head in the course of your duty. Yeah. And speaking of dark sides, huh? Oh my goodness. Dude, settle. All right. Do you realize you're making this hard, do you, buddy? And you don't care? long as you get your, yeah. Yeah. It's true, he does. Yep, we're gonna head inside. Oh, glad. You're streaming that you're telling people that my misspelled title that I keep forgetting to fix. But that's okay. After we're done with this stream, it's gonna be Ninja Quest, guys. Ninja Quest. Alright, about time. About time, lad. You gone so long, I almost hit the stray after you. You're gone so long. What happened underfoot? You don't need to knock this drink out of my face. Ah, so the marks and their bitten baubles are snug inside the Doxy's pool, eh? Hey. Do you need coffee? Is that what you need, Cat? Need coffee? Is that what you need? Alright, Jackie will not discount the old man's warning, but we now have a better chance to crash the Kurz and gabble them treasures. We need to board this ship right now. You and me, Vakive. I suppose we'll need ourselves a tub for the voyage. I'll have the wids with Svarsvent and see what the dry docks can spare us by the way a ship and a reliable crew. Get your kit together and meet us there. There's his foot. See that? This guy's his foot. Yeah. Oh my goodness. What? There. Okay. Let's go. Yes, well, he gave them, and now he is done. Now he's off to go annoy the dog. All right, let's see what we got up here. Oh, got another thingy bobber. All right. Well, there's a crew that's going to get us close enough to the scamper aboard the crew's vessel. It's going to be cramped on that deck. If we try to mail the whole lot at once, we'll soon find ourselves up against the rails. So let's go quick and quiet and try to knock them off a few at a time. Let's go. I'm 25. We can do this. We can make this happen. Got our ship. Oh, we're okay. Oh, I guess we're no longer trying. Carpenter. Slippery bastards! Let's see how quick you are. Pretty quick. I guess your home must be fun as a growler, huh? Oh, duty complete. All right, found one of the treasures. Unless there's another fist-sized blue diamond on board, it's gotta be a cerulean star. As for the other two bubbles, I tossed the cabins and been through the whole little biome. There's not else here. Well, we'll just have to ask old Sweetlight, won't we? Spit it out, Kerr. We keep the rest of your treasures. Ha! Think I'd spill me guts for the likes of you, rogue? Ah, maybe you wouldn't at that. What about this partner you're working with? How do you... We don't need no partner. So you're telling me this is all your own idea? You woke up one day and thought you'd tack a maelstrom transport right off the coast of Elport, then disappear into the love and embrace of old Doxy's pull? Not exactly your style, is it? The Grin Curs are too bleeding famous for being the crew that turned their snouts proprietary in favor of keeping to the old ways. You've only escaped the Yellow Jacket script this long by crawling on your bellies and snatching scraps for what fell from the table. You ain't the type to sink your teeth into a Navy-owned vessel no matter the price. Or prize. Aye, well, maybe there ain't no profit in being cautious no more. The age of pirates is swift coming to an end. Well, it won't be stopped, not by a piddling little crew like mine. That's why we thrown our lot in with the executioners. That blue rock was just our share of the loot, scraps from the table. Like you said, if you want them other trinkets, you'll have to take them up with our new mates. One job at a time, lad. First, we need to get these stinking cows and their tail back to the docks. Oh, buddy, you guys, who's this guy? Don't you, don't you fight me on stream. Don't you fight me on stream.
station!
Don't you? Hey, don't. What are you doing, huh? Okay. Ah. All right. One job at a time. First, we get these stinking coves and their tub back to the docks. Job got proper thorny, but just as we grabbed one of them, at least we got one of them treasures. Pisses on you for taking our ship. Should have set her on fire when I saw the chance. Yeah, well. Putting aside the issue of who gave the orders, there's no doubt that these were the coves that raided the Maelstrom ship. Now, for a punishment that fits the crime. I was informed that a certain well-known pirate ship was spotted weighing anchor in Mulberry dry docks. Assume this was your work. Ah, you missed all the excitement, Captain. But never you mind, the cerulean star is back and Bob and our sneaky little fambles. Humph. And these must be the grinning curs. Degenerate fiends, how dare you ply your filthy trade in Lominson waters? How many innocent sailors were massacred that you might sate your vile avarice? Every one of your kind ought to be lined up and shot. A musket ball is the only answer for this rampant display of lawlessness. Dang, lady. You're a real cop, ain't you? Wait. You mean you just execute them here in the bloody docks? At least take the buggers into custody first. Hand them over ye to lawful punishment will satisfy the demand of the code just as well. We've already got the answer to our questions, so feel free to take them away. Do not presume to give me orders, rogue. You've only managed to capture these villains and their ill-gotten treasure by employing unsavory and unconscionable means. Why, you're not more than pirates yourselves. These bastards ain't worth a true pirate's spit. The upright thieves was formed to protect us from ourselves. Now they're just hunting dogs for the Admiral. Merriwell yanks the leash, another buccaneer disappears. You rogues are all traitors to your own kind. It hadn't been for you. Aye, go on then. Blame me and the coast for your own failures. You knew what you were about when you defied the code, and you knew what would be after you. We're done here. There are still 2 treasures left, rogue, and I mean to claim them both. I'd reconsider this contest of yours, Captain. Turns out this fish we're trying to hook is a shark, and it might just swallow you whole. Alright, back to the Rogues Guild. Oh boy, they're testing rockets again. Bandit work on that ship, 4K. First blood is ours. How'd you take to fighting at sea? There are a few as can drop on opponents as quick as a rogue, but don't you exhaust yourself just flaying your blades at tougher coves. And that goes double for when your mates are on your flanks. If you notice yourself starting to flag, So I'm pulling back from time to time and staggering your attacks with each other to keep the pressure on. I said it before, Colt, but I need you sharp enough to carve steel for the time to come. I'm afraid this will be more of a challenge than what little Shrew is arguing for. That's assuming the Curs wasn't lying about the executioners. And the executioners who are bloody think they are, twixt you and me, though. But the name is just for some laughable coincidence. Sweet. More gear that I'm already got better gear for. Ha ha ha. Alright. Matter tangled up, well, then we'll yep. Me lalas and morts sapping at a heel, we still managed to grab the first string without too much of a fuss. Fighting back these other two treasures, though, that'll be a different story. Once Stray gets here, I'll explain who, what, or more to the point, who we're up against. Ooh. Alright, we have 2 baubles left on the list. The Silver Sorrows and the Black Sarcophagus. Let's see where we're at. Oi. Where's Perimu got to? Underfoot, he's still looking to whittle the tail behind that bleeding sarcophagus. We'll not be clawing that stickler until we at least have an inkling of what that bloody thing looks like. Treasure aside, I'm been doing some digging on me own into these executioner allies of the Grinning Curs. I'm afraid the name were no coincidence. 4K, I've heard ye heard of the bloody executioners, I hope? It seems some Curs were feeding from the famble of one of the nation's greatest pirate powers. This ain't no ordinary crew of cutthroats, lad. Within Limsa Lamensa, the bloody executioners wield a power and influence second only to the Admiral herself. They was none too fond of Merlwyb, and her prohibition on piracy was only the overwhelming threat posed by the Gallian Empire that would eventually convince them to play nice with the thalassocracy. But pirates ain't ones to play nice for long. Now that Hilfir ain't around to helm the ship, the solidarity of the bloody executioners have begun to show cracks. All the strongest captains and lieutenants have begun to form their own factions, and are all scrambling to claim the top chair for themselves. Of course, not one bloody cove can agree with another which way the executioners ought to sail. Amongst these new factions, though, is a group that pushes to break free of the old admiral's grip completely. Turns out these reformists, as they themselves was the ones that took the Grinning Curs under the wing. Which means that we've got possession of the last 2 treasures. They've got possession of the last 2 treasures that we've yet to cloy. Rumors around town say that even for the executioners, these coves are bloody and ruthless and not to be crossed. We should sit this one out, Jake. Piss on Milala's contest. It ain't worth this kind of grief. We've been fighting the wrath of a crew so large and dangerous that even the Admiral ain't keen on coming to blows with them. They came after us. Large or small, there's more words on that screen that I took off my glasses and I can't read them. They broke the code when they hit that maelstrom tub, so it don't matter much. We still gotta do our jobs. I, the Grinning Curs, are paying for that crime, but we would pull sodden excuses for rogues who let the real culprits carry on unpunished. I mean to see this job to the end, and that means buttoning back them treasures and handing out proper justice to them as deserve it. But Jake, listen. With all the infighting going on at present, a stab and a short blade into one faction's toe ain't like to bring the whole executioner down on our heads. Besides, them reformist buggers are so far split from the main mob that they're avoiding the city altogether. Now it's time we got to work. Yay, you're to track down our black market contact. So I'm looking at the Curs as new allies a while back, so we should have some answers for us by now. The veil was shifted by a settling this morning. That'll put the old man in his haunt in Low and Lenosha. Here, take this stack of blunt and pay a visit to the old House of Sticks. Alright, so we're gonna go hang out with Abby's favorite character. Now that's Cobalt territory if you didn't know. The old man bribes him with ore, and I is the biggest and meanest saw as his bodyguard, so just be ready for the approach to be challenged. Alright. Hostile presence. Now they're dead. Welcome to the House of Styx, young rogue. You must excuse my hireling's enthusiasm for greeting visitors. Now you may have any cumbersome baggage of which I might relieve you, before we begin our conversation in earnest. I'll let her back, containing what feels to be a substantial amount of gil. Yeah. A heavy burden for one of your tender years to bear, but its weight has balanced the scales. The sum is paid and the deal is made. Let us speak of these reformists. This faction that so wronged the code now seeks to peddle one of its stolen treasures, the earrings better known as the Silver Sorrows. The deal, it is said, is set to take place at Costa del Sol. The buyer, a moneyed merchant from the golden sands of Ul'dah. The earnings will be out in the open, vulnerable. I would target the moment of transaction were I so inclined, as the gentleman up there by the cabin appears to be, for he purchased the selfsame information. Though he attempts his disguise, his identity, the stench of a soldier yet lingers. I know not where one such he came to learn of my existence, but I suspect he works for a certain yellow-coated captain. Yeah, ha, brave she is, but foolish. Stumble blindly into the underworld, and your groping hands will not save you from the holes at your feet. Sudden shall be her fall. Alright. Back to Lenosha, I guess. Oh, sweet, my rubber done sold. What are you doing, Ida? Yo, what up, Buzz? Welcome back. What information the old man have on him for us? They unloaded earrings, are they? Still in Ul'dah, no less. Can't say I'm surprised to hear the buyers from out of town. You won't find many Lamentsons willing to milk coin on all them coals they're selling. Only the daftest decide to go out funding them as a means to pull down the Admiral. Want to be lawless like he's arrived at the house before you? How they know to... Bah, them cuz we captured must have cackled during the shrew's interrogations. We gotta assume them yellow jackets know what we know, and that means we best get our asses to Coast of the Soul right bleeding now. I'll handle this one, Jake. You and 4K can wait here for, Paramoo. Oi, what do you have to play? After her lad, she knows it ain't a solo job. Alright, Coast of the Soul it is. Told you had to wait the guild. I don't need. Well, it might be. I could use an extra cove in the shadows after all. Jack has set his mind to punishing the executioners, but me, I just want to skulk in, claw them solo bits, and skulk out. I reckon if I could manage that with no one else wiser, they wouldn't know who to come after. Best job without drawing my daggers, you know? It ain't exactly true to the code, but the shield of the underworld honor won't stop the bloody killers from cutting me to 1,000. Sorry. You can read this stuff. She doesn't want the guild to go away because the guild's her home and her family, and she don't want to lose it. No, this guy right here, no, don't you dare. You have taken your collar off. Mister, you're naked. You're a naked kitty. I can't have a naked kitty on stream. Twitch has new rules. You can't do it. You get that? I could be banned now. Go away. Alright, here's what we know. The rich merchant was coming over to Ulda, some old mate of Master Gegeguruju, the cull who as owns Coast of the Soul. Gegeguruju has taken his guards and dancing dells and pranced off down to the beach someplace, giving over to the use of the entire resort to this friend. Seems she didn't want an audience for a bargain with performance. Which, as so happens, works out for us. We'll wait until they're busy haggling over the price, and then we'll snatch sorrows and hop the twig for her. They realize lots missed. Sound like a plan? Good. Ooh, level 29 sync, and I'm still just 25. This will be fun. Alright, players arrive. The performance coin counter and the old buyer setting up the southeast platform. Earrings that'll be nearby. Hang on, who are these other culls? This place is meant to be empty. I see some nasty looking blokes in O'Donnell garb. Are those marmots? Ugh. The merchants brought along a whole bloody entourage. I've gone ahead and got ahead of myself. I should have realized that this job would never been that easy. Yeah, we'll have to mill a few of them bodyguards first, I reckon. You don't want to be fought through a forest of blades should you be caught sneaking upon them narrow walkways. What? Jack, I was just about to mean I thought I'd... stole your excuses, love. I know full well what you're about. Starts going soft on us, though. It looks like we're losing one of my arms. Can't take on the bloody executioners all by myself. So I got rogues like you and Underfoot and 4K here that the guild can take the jobs it does. And our coves walk the shadows. It's a bleeding pirates what do the trembling. Remember that, Vakibe. We ain't some two guild robbers what piss the breeches when their daddies are caught in the honeypot. We're knives in the documents. Ain't no bastard wants to go blade to blade the likes of us. Now, I see you not change your mind then. You'll need all the stabbers you can get. And I promise mine will be there when you need them. Bene. Now let's carve a path to that platform and bite back at the earrings. Vikiba, you hide yourselves down by the docks in case the monks escape during the fighting. We're going to split up and mill the guards as we go. It's them puppets that concern me most. I suggest you crash them little buggers before they can spring any rum fun. Creep in as close as you dare, then give them a good old solid clout from behind. I ain't the most original strategy, but don't make it any less lethal. Once out of the first group, slip back in the shadows and move on to the next. Not to it, eh? I'll head over to the back while you start on the front. We'll wrap this up before the jackals blunder and scare off the marks. Shush. Kegs in the back. Get over here, start chipping. I'm working on a Bosch. You're now following me for some reason. Okay. Just give me a moment. And Bob's your uncle. There's our accountant. How's little Hancock? Rogues? No one mentioned out about rogues. What the hell do you think you're doing? I'm conducting business on behalf of the bloody executioners. And that means you know what they'll do to you? Aye, I'm all frightened. Odd then that you're the ones who's shaken. Don't matter much to me who you work for, you bosses broke the code and I'm here to collect. Yeah, it kind of is. Those be the silver sorrows then. I'm sure you paid a caravan a coin for them shiny baubles, but I doubt they're worth your life. Let's have them then. Damn you, you should know this person is an extremely influential member of the East Aldernal Trading Company. Surely you've heard of it. If the threat of reprisal does not stay your hand, then consider the political ramifications of interfering with a foreign dignitary. The Admiral will not desire you to damage Limsa's relations with Uldar. Yes, exactly. I'm a very high place in Uldar society. I have powerful friends who will not be pleased if you were to mistreat me in any fashion. And you must understand that silver sorrows are a historical treasure, a gift once bestowed upon Sultana Nanasha ul Nansha by her champion. The earrings later stolen from the royal vault, and we lost hope of ever recovering them. That I might so easily purchase them thus is a miracle. The return of these trinkets will be, that is to say, the sorrows must return to Ulda. Can't you look the other way for the sake of my nation's pride? You must be thinking I'm such a dull-witted thug. If this deal is being made on behalf of your country, then why are you sneaking around and consorting with pirates? An excellent point. One might doubt your quality of character were to continue these feeble fabrications. You need only entrust those earrings to me, should you truly see them return to Ulda, that is. After all, it was to fulfill that very purpose that the Sasaki bid on the Sorrows in the first place. A bit late, aren't you there, Captain? You agree this round belongs to us? On the contrary, my dear scoundrel. I made the winning move the moment I knew we were dealing with the Merchant of Ulda. I come bearing an official order of seizure, authorized by the Admiral herself. You will not be harmed, but I must insist you cooperate with this reclamation of unlawfully obtained goods. Though Costa Sol is private property, it nevertheless lies within state-governed territory. Come along quietly, we not inconvenience Master Gegeruju any further. The suspects were taken into the Yellow Jacket custody. And do not concern yourselves with the Silver Sorrows, they'll be quite safe with me. I mean, some Lalas are cops. They're just people. Yeah, I hear the news from Jake. I don't think that was the Admiral choosing the side with Milala, though. Probably just eager to reclaim the Silver Sorrows. Anyway, that bit about them earrings being cloyed from Royal Vault turns out to be true. Seems some faithless burglar went after them once he heard about the godlike agility they were said to bestow upon the wearer. What? People are people. Some people are cops. I'm sorry that's true, but it is. Bah! Let's take the canary-colored harpy. We might as well hand her the things to her on a velvet cushion. I'll go find Underfoot to help him with his digging. There's still that last treasure out there, and you can be sure that the reformers won't be given up without a fight. You do that. Been a luck to you, love. There you are. You knew before events had truly been decided, and I thought you deserved to know the score. The Uldar merchant has acquiesced to our request and has surrendered the Silver Sorrows into our keeping. We have also apprehended the reformer's accountant and will be holding him for further questioning. Ho ho ho! Born and an associate of the old bloody executioners, you Yellowjackets don't flinch from your duty, I'll give you that. And what's about here about you buying information, Captain? I thought you'd sooner die than associate with the elements of the underworld. I will do what I must to stay ahead in this challenge, and that Makatea's knowledge was vital to this case. 'Tis true I might find his practices distasteful, but he is no pirate. It is the fading era of piracy, which I mean to consign to the history books, and that chapter will never fully close until every pirate-spawned relic, including you and your guild, become a thing of the past. Valiant and forthright. These are the words in which the Yellow Jackets live. It is the manner in which we protect Limsa Lamensa. I swore an oath on the graves of my sisters. No more shall the innocent suffer at the hands of these savage buccaneers, these unrepentant killers. And a grand oath it is, me. I got my fambos full just keeping the code intact. The hold is kind of an oath, too, if you get down to it, and since I sworn to uphold it, I have no intention of stepping aside and letting you trample all of me or my coves. In fact, you better giving in now before matters get proper serious. To say you're sorry, admit defeat, and we'll leave it at that, eh? Your audacity knows no bounds. I am done wasting words. I shall reclaim that last treasure, then I will look victorious as your guild is dismantled brick by brick. That's a spirit, Captain. Just don't forget to keep an eye on them earrings. The city is crawling with rogues, you know. You keep the sorrows in a bloody lockbox in the Coral Tower. Look away for a moment, and one of me coves will bite the beauties right on back. Alright, back to the sisters for us. It's true. I have saved the realm on multiple occasions in all different sorts of manners, and she just, this little lolly is like, oh, uncouth thieves, and I'm just giving these folks a solid. And even say if I had done this, back in the day, it still would be, a case of someone she thought she'd take over, take on someone who would become the person who would save. But yeah. Now, after all that hard work, the sure made off the spoils. As far as her damn contest goes, I suppose it makes us even. It'll be the last treasure, black sarcophagus, that decides the victor. Whatever the performers are doing to keep it Bob, we can bet you grand mum's teeth there'll be some blade work needed before this job is done. Get yourself ready for a proper scrap. No, I'm level 26. That's good enough, right? Nope, level 30. One sec, y'all. Alright. The guy just wanted to be let out, so he is let out. It is done. Alright, well now I'm 26. So now I guess this would be the proper time to hop into leveling. While I wait for that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Unless. Ah, so close. That's any good. Well, wait. Let's see, that's 20. Oh, that's only like 22, isn't it? So that's 16. Eh. Yeah, okay. That was still better. All right, cool. Come on. No! All right, I'll take the risk. Yeah! All right. Not the best, but I think that clearly the best out of any of the options. Cool, so I'll take it. What's currently going down in Leap of Faith in 2 minutes. But theoretically, I'll get into level beforehand if I'm lucky. If not, I might go to Leap of Faith, then go to back and hop in the queue. See how it goes. I don't know. What will the children think, Abby? It's a great question. Oh, I should buy them Fortnite. But it's Final Fantasy VII Remakes having their event with Apex Legends, not Fortnite. So what's supposed to happen? And technically, Epic got my money. They got my $4 when I bought the pack for Fall Guys. All right. We're doing Leap of Faith. We're making it happen. Why would I buy the Apex skins though? Now, why do you think this is a good investment of my money? No, hold on. For the children. I mean, why is me spending money on a giant corporation investing for the children? Are you a cop? Is that what's going on? Like, is this? Are you Milala? Is that the secret swerve? Same for showing the kids gambling. Only gambling they like soup bus. Like, well, what gambling? I mean, I made more money. I mean, it's guaranteed more money than you put in. That's not really gambling. But I thought you were Milala. What? I'm all no, 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 no. Why did I do that? Why did I? I was so close to just getting it done. It's okay. There ain't no acorns in this one. This is easily enough done. Easily enough done. Wait, no. Why did I? Oh, okay. This is. Normally, I'm not this bad at it. Normally. But there's some interesting swerves on this one. Gotten pretty decent at it. And both my falls have been dumb ones. Did I? Got greedy. Got greedy. Minutes. I can do that. I think. There we go. All right. Let's see. That's already done. So I need to go down here. Hop a few more times. It was a bad choice that I made. It's okay. I'll get one more shot. One more shot after this. I mean, it's the Sylph Zone. Of course you think it's pretty. It's your favorite thing. Look, I gotta go fast. I'm playing the Sonic class. The speed of sound Sonic, just from like in my favorite anime One Punch Man. Nope. But see, now I gotta really go fast. Zoom. Whoop. Now we got 3 minutes to get to the end. Go away, Ben Shapiro. No one likes you. Oh my god. you're Ben Shapipo, not Ben Shapiro. I see. Could have fooled me. All right. Boom. There we go. Done. Bomb, 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 bam. Done. Alright, let's go back to leveling and join. Woo, 7 minutes now. That's fine. I got MGP out of that. It's worth it. What's I have left to do from Wondrous Tales? I probably should do a level 90 at some point, like just to do one. Maybe to do that tonight. And shoot, do that. That make it 7. We're on a copy factory, and then do a treasure dungeon tonight. Yeah, work out. Should do if I didn't. Like I got time. But this thing ain't done until the 23rd. Whoa. Shoot, while we're waiting, let's hop on over to Revenant's Toll. Oh, nice. Oh, I guess we're taking an ad break. The weekly restrictions, it could. Okay. So, with the weekly restrictions of things like, especially for things like Thalia and whatnot, some of the restrictions they could do away with before, for as far as getting your coins and stuff. That could be 6.5. It could be. They're also going to do a 6.57 and a 6.58, which are usually saved for the unlocking of restrictions. Now, as far as the tombstones, the comedy 450, that I believe will stay constant throughout. And then once the new expansion hits, causality will go away, and we'll be left with comedy. Actually, no. These will both go away. Sorry. These will both go away. We'll be left with poetics and then a new tombstone. And then that new tombstone is what will get it'll start off uncapped, and you'll just be able to earn those when you're done with the expansion. Then I think was it 3 or 4 weeks post the expansion, they will then unlock the first tier of raids, and then alongside the raids, then the tombstones that we'll have at the start of Dawn Trail will then take the causality spot, and they'll introduce a second tombstone with the raids, and that tombstone will take place of what's currently comedy, and that will have the 450 block, and then every major odd number expansion, this one will drop down and new one will take its place, and the cycle will repeat. Yeah, I am currently so my summoner, since that's my main, is 656. Because aside from my relic, I have all my augmented credendum except for one ring, which won't be that for when Dawn Trail hits, I can buy another. I can then have one more augmented credendum ring. But until then, this is about as max overall eye levels I get, unless I run like a savage and get a ring. Like, that's aside from that, that would eventually get me to 660. But until then, that's it. Both my White Mage and Gunbreaker at least have all credendum. Well, has an Anabestius. The rest are just like credendum. What I really need to do is start spending some coins and turning those into augmented credendums. And so that'll be cool. But I'm coming here to spend some poetics on my Dragoon. What was it? Yes, there we go. Let's see. Magic Spear Dragoon. Yes. Then Dragoon is maiming. Yes. Yes. Maiming. Yes. Yes. Maiming. Yes. Yes. Oh, and I'm out. Alright, cool. Back to ninja as I wait. Or rogue as I wait. You'll get there, Abby. No worries. You just keep having fun with the game. You'll be there before you realize it. And that's an awesome, fun journey along the way. Good times. Thank you, Abby, for being a fellow bad typist, much like myself, to give Tobias no end of joy. I'm glad we can be here for his amusement. Oh shoot, I am in the dial every time. I I can't say much. Typing is hard. That's why I've been podcasting for years now. Not that me talking is much better than me typing, but that's okay. As I tell people, I mumble when I type and I typo when I talk. So you're gonna go live over here. Oh, there we get. There we are. It's going. Leveling is initiated. Boom. Let's do it. What we got? Where we going? Ifrit. Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but all right. That's not gonna get me till level 30, but all right. Oh boy, tank don't have stance on. Yeah, if you do it right. I mean, because yeah, played season discovery. I mean, that was the neat thing about WoW was that you get a lot of different options and how you play the different classes because you're stuck with one class per character. So you kind of need the ability to sort of swap around and change out how things work. Makes sense to me. Where 14 is not because you can play any class as your character. That it allows it to focus on making sure all the classes play well and are balanced within each other without having to do a lot of variations. But yeah, that also does. That's why people have so many alts in that game. Yeah, and why it used to be a business. I mean, it probably still is a business, to be honest, where people could in fact like sell their characters online when they're not supposed to. All right. Okay, so now level 27. Yeah, they figured it out. They figured it out. They realized, oh hey, I guess I shouldn't. But now I'm like, well, now what? So let's see. What's my wait long time? Wait time 5 minutes? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't need it. I don't need a wait though. I can just do duty support. That was in Moz. I got my Marauder, Conjurer, and Thaumaturge. Let's go. Because by gum, we're going until I'm a ninja. Cyan Thaumaturge. Another dark and dreary dungeon. Wonderful. We got a little note. First Spiel Rydell. Todoraki Expedition Notes 1. Dangerous fun encounter upon entering cave. Calling as permission parameters. Expect to encounter more as we press deeper. Oh ho ho ho. I actually can make use of all three of my things. Hot damn. I've got my full 1, 2, 3. Oh, isn't nice? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I can count now. Boom. Yes. Oh, come on. Let's say rear, yes, yes. There we go. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, boss. Or not yet. Not yet. Man. Can't cast no blind jujitsu yet. I'll shield this a rogue, ain't a ninja. I feel bad for Rogue because it turns into Ninja, which is cool. Like I'm around, like I think Ninja's cool, but and I guess Viper will fill in as it's our other roguish class of swashbuckling, but the rogue flavor and the ninja flavor are two different flavors of stabby stabbins. And both are good. It kind of was a thing in FF1. You are correct. It's true. And frankly, as far as 14 goes, having it as the Pew Pew Gundam job is better than having it being just an Omnicaster job. Because being Omnicaster, because it was an Omnicaster, but it was never as good as a pure caster. And let me tell you, if that were the case in 14, all you get people to do is like, I don't want you to play Sage. That's just that you're not optimized. See? Yeah, it's Rouge-tastic. I need to watch that Metallic Rouge or Rogue. I don't know. Words are spelled different ways. I'm sorry, Zell. I'm not a Quazu sicko. I'm just not. I'm very happy for those that are. Sage is, I mean, that's gonna be the only spell. But then what happens to the Black Mage Limit Break 3? I see. Oh, I ain't gonna play Saga. Like, there are plenty other video games that I can be playing that's not Saga. No, I was burnt. No, you ain't getting me. I remember playing Saga Frontier 1. And granted, I made the mistake of playing, I think it was the Bard guy. The guy who what you're supposed to do with him is go and play all the side quests and then go to the final boss. Because if you just follow his actual storyline, his storyline is the beeline to the final boss of the game. And that was the one I played. And I did not really have that much access to the internet. Not really. There wasn't that much information out there yet, to be honest. And so I just did not have a good time. And I believe I sold it. Well, I know for a fact I sold it to my buddy Kevin. And he really, really, really liked it. He really, really liked it. He really enjoyed the storyline, especially of... Oh, I cannot remember her name, but her name starts with an A. And he really liked her storyline. It's all right. In some ways, he ruined mine later on in life, so it's fine. And we're yes, Acellus, yes, because she gets a girlfriend. And while they might have been like, yay, girlfriends before, that was the first time he really, like, to my knowledge, really attached, that I think that was what sort of opened his eyes to the greatness that it is. And Kevin became a changed person with that video game. Kevin may blame other characters for this, but I blame Saga. And I don't know if Kevin would really played Saga if I hadn't gotten mad at it and sold it to him. Anyways, I left Final Fantasy Tactics after that and had a much better time. And in fact, played Final Fantasy Tactics so much, I've been unable to play other tactics games ever since. Oh, I've played Tactics Ogre. Like, I have owned it multiple times in various forms and fashions. I once tried Hoshigami. I have tried all sorts of different tactics RPGs. Like I tried playing through Tactics Advance A and A2. I've tried to play. Oh, there's a few of them. Some were on the PlayStation 1, a lot were on the Game Boy Advance. Some on the DS, some on the PSP. Like Wild Arms, was it XF? Joan of Arc. Like I kept trying to play them because I like that. I theoretically should like that kind of gameplay, but I bounce off every one because I really do think I accidentally played Final Fantasy Tactics so much on the PlayStation 1 that I inadvertently got my fill. Yeah, I've tried a Disgaea. I tried a couple of Disgaeas. Again, it's just I've just not stuck with any of them. Like I've tried multiple Fire Emblems. Like what was the one? I mean, I tried Awakenings. The only one I have not. The only one I've not really the only Fire Emblem I've not really purchased has been Three Houses Are Engaged, because the one before those I bought, played like the first map, and never played it again. I think the one that I stuck with the longest, I still didn't beat, was oh, it was one of the Devil Survivors. It was one of the one. It was like it was a Shin Megami Tensei game where you were trapped in a Tokyo, and you had the battles. You would go into battles like it was Shin Megami Tensei, but the actual battles would take place like on a tactics type grid. And that was the one I did the most with. The other tactical game I really played and enjoyed, and I'm going to play it again soon, hopefully. And it's much more of a tactics-like game. It's not nearly as tactical, but it just has a lot of tactical elements to it. Is a game series. It's called Rhapsody, which is also a musical. And that one's really cute and fun. And last year, not only did they do a re-release of that actually on Switch, but they also released the 2 sequels that were on PlayStation 1. And I bought that as soon as I could, and it is sitting there over on my shelves, waiting for me to play it on my Switch. And I'm thinking, after I was, I shouldn't be surprised that Vic knows about that game. I shouldn't be, but the fact that someone else who wasn't me knew who Rhapsody was like somewhat surprising. Like, actually, give me one sec. Like, here is my PlayStation 1 copy of Rhapsody that I still have. There's a game inside of it. I forget if it had a soundtrack a soundtrack I've lost. That could be the case, because I know it's got 2 spots for a disc. Can't remember if it originally came with the soundtrack. Oh yeah, original soundtrack CD. Because I actually kept it in my car. So it might still live somewhere in the house. Somewhere. But I also do have the 2-pack collection. It also has Lapicella Ragnarok, which I think is a different tactical game, or maybe, I don't remember if it's a tactical game or not. But I've got it. I bought it for Rhapsody, though. And then I've also got the sequel cart that has games 2 and 3 that they even dubbed and everything, because it's a musical, so the music's also there too. I also have a cat who has decided to be loosened of his collar, so he does not get as much lovings as he wants, because he keeps getting rid of his collar. So I wouldn't be surprised if I could find my that CD somewhere in this house. Could definitely still exist. It is quite possible, and who knows. Well, I definitely have the game, and again, I know I own the game on my Switch, and I'm thinking after I go through, so I still want to get back to Illusion of Gaia, and then also play Terranigma. I think my next set of games, apparently I just like playing sets of games. I'm just now discovering that I'm going to play the Rhapsody games, and I think that's going to be fun. I'll have to set everything up upstairs, but that's okay. That's easily enough done. Screw it. Good job, everybody. But no one's getting comms, because I can't do that. All right. Close. Close, 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 close. We ain't there yet. Any of these things worth anything upgrades? Oh. Yes, some of them are, in fact, slight upgrades. Oh no, no, they're not, because that's for a different class. Okay. Set tights, half gloves, trousers, but again, that's not for. Okay, remember, I'm not doing. That's better though. Those are just Disciple of Wolves, so I could swap you out. Yeah, that's not. Oh, your feats. I see. All right, repair. Then glamour. Reassign gear. Edit portrait. Save. Duty support. I think I can now go up to Hawk Manor. This will get me there. Oh, sealed barrier. Can't go any further. This mansion is massive. Man, that carpet sting is a tingy little thing. All right. Anything left of this? Forget how much they've changed this one. It doesn't look that much different, but it has been changed. Okay, bud, you need to decide whether or not you're staying in this room or not. And Gaius' thought pattern is that no, you need to just keep that door open so I can come and go as I want. Ah, snap, we got another break. It is broadly the same. Like they haven't changed that much on this on Hawk Manor. Like there is this locked door, and I can unlock this door. But I think this is more of a you can do it if you want. You don't have to. Back in the day, um, they also all the individual enemies got you experience, gave you experience, and so you would get people arguing whether or not to do the whole dungeon to maximize your experience or not. Now, if you did it as part of a leveling, you still got the maximum amount of experience either way. So that's where the argument would be, well, look, persons, 1 and 2 and 3, they just entered leveling. Person 4 was doing the dungeon to do the dungeon, and so they would in fact miss out on any extra experience if you didn't do all the monsters, all the mobs, and the dungeon. And some of the dungeons did have little packs of monsters off to the side, so they would not be able to maximize their experience gain unless you were to do all of them. And groups would have little arguments, depending on the groups you had. Yeah, some groups are all like, nah, we're all doing this. We're all doing this dungeon. We've all queued in as a leveling, so we don't have to do the whole thing. And eventually, the solution was get rid of experience from the different mobs, and you just got big chunks of experience from when you killed the bosses, which mostly solves that issue. Because now, if you don't want to do the packs, you don't have to do the packs. But the places that do have a little extra packs, you kind of have to really make a decision. But frankly, now that almost all the storyline bits are dungeons, you can now do it as because now that you can do them, regardless, as trusts, if you really do want to see everything in a dungeon, you do have a way to do it if you just can't find a group that does it. Ugh. Yeah, and that's a shame, Tobias, that it took duty support for you to be able to see everything. Because I really like Satasha. Like, I think it's a really cute little first dungeon that has some really neat things in it. Like, and it gives like the place like a cool look. Like, it's like, oh yeah, this is this is like an actual area. It's like an actual like a place. And I really enjoy that design. Yeah, not all dungeons have to have it, I suppose, but I like the dungeons that do. I think variants, because of their modular nature, and like while they might still technically be tubes still, but the arrangement of the tubes and how you go through the tubes will change depending, and that gives it does give you more options on how you go through things, and that also sort of gives you the feeling of you're going to an actual place. There are nooks, there's crannies, there's stuff to do. I know that Abby has not gone through Endwalker just yet, but one of the later dungeons and the patches where you go through a castle, like, and after you're done with the storyline, you're not done with the castle. Like, you still have to go investigate chunks of the castle, and while it might be the same castle you just went through, the fact that you really have to go through it again and talk to NPCs, and it sort of gives you a more of just a little bit extra. Like, it makes it that much more important and that much more of a place. Like, it served more than one purpose. It was neat. Oh yeah, that was such a big change. And they clearly like that because they do it everywhere. Yeah, you're right. They do it everywhere, and like it shows you which ones they realize people enjoy, don't mind doing, which ones people think people do mind doing. Because what do you not see? You don't see the stealth missions anymore. Like those, I think they figured out that, oh, people didn't really like those, so we won't bother with those. But the pseudo escorts, which is just, hey, go hang out with some NPCs, let them talk with y'all can like do just some talks and stuff, and get their opinions on things like that. That's neat. That's fun. It adds extra color to the world. That stuff is good, and I'm glad that they're doing that more often. They could. It was really funny. I remember playing Endwalker pretty soon, I think after I had finished, if not one, but possibly both of the Judgment games, Judgment and Lost Judgment. And the stealth missions in Endwalker felt very similar to the stealth missions in Judgment. And there is a dungeon the catesis that really going through its areas, for whatever reason, really reminded me of going through one of the more dungeony areas in the Lost Judgment game, in the game Lost Judgment, where you're going through like an office building, and it had a very similar color scheme. And so I just remember feeling like, man, there's a lot of, you know, Yakuza and Judgment in this expansion, and more like feelings and vibes than I was expecting, and I did not dislike it. I don't know if anyone has made those connections. It might just because I was so recently played through like Judgment, Like a Dragon, Lost Judgment, but I still had those feelings, those connections, so I'll take them. Was they written in Lost Judgment? And if not, why? You know, that's a good question. I mean, it's neither here nor there, but it still amuses me that the Japanese actor for Thancred, one was Nozaki-kun in Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. He was also one of the bit characters in what was it? Spy Family. He was a rival spy for an episode. He was like the more bumbly one. And considering what Thancred does, you know, he's sort of the spy character that we have in the Scions. The fact that he got to be typecast as a bumbling spy in Spy Family, I felt was very appropriate, and I thought it was cute. Even again, I don't know if that was intentional, but it brought me joy. Yeah, no, yeah. No, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is a it's a good manga. It's a great anime. I really enjoyed it. Like, I don't know as to the audio quality of it anymore, but we certainly did do a podcast about Nozaki-kun back in the day when it was new and fresh. And you can tell that I am just like an old school 14 player, and that I still just mill through all the enemies. Do I need to? Probably not. Do I do it anyways? Yes, I do. Like, I don't think there was anything in this room. I probably could have sidestepped this. I'm not getting experience out of this at all. But they're just some bats. They ain't that big of a deal. It'll go by quickly. And they're there. They're bad guys. They need to get got. And so I'm getting them. it's still a very good time. Like, and it honestly, while clearly the storyline goes on past where the anime was, it still ended at a good enough spot that if we didn't get more anime, which we didn't, it wasn't the worst. It stopped at a decent spot. Like, I could definitely tell there was more to it, and that storyline kept going, but it ended at a point where I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm good with this. I really need to get caught up on the manga, but I'm so behind on the manga that I really want to catch up on that. I have not done it yet. You all the things, then you all the things. I need this one. Do you have anything? Yeah, treasure chest. That's cool. Ah, you've got the key I'm looking for. Got you. Yeah. Chop, 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 chop. Step, 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 chop, 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 chop. All right, there we go. Give me that yellow key. Now we're gonna go do a boss. It's so close to level 30. You know what? All right. I'm gonna let those guys stay unalive. Jerks with your AoEs, it's my up times. I always thought you did the Jester first. Maybe we should do the Steward first? That's the only ones that they're attacking first. Screw this. You're not dead yet? Come on, Jester. There we are. Boom! Come on, Rogue! Well, I can tell you last time I did this synced. Um, Now, this time, that's when I did synced. I'm gonna miss this next boss because I remember back in the day I was the guy who was always stuck on lamp duty. Yeah, the lamps are no longer around, and you don't actually kill like the the Ahriman sentry dudes. They just do that big look away AoE. But you absolutely got to kill these handmaidens. I, for some reason, thought it was terror came from her, the handmaid, not the lady. But whoopsies. No. Cool. Dodged. Oh no, tank buster! What do I do? Nothing. I'm not a tank. No. Thought I was out of it, but I was wrong. It's fine. We got it. We're level 31 now. I'm even further along than 30. I'm 31. All right. Bam, 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 bam. We did it. We are in it. We did it, guys. We are now 30, 31. Okay, buddy, you need to get right on off. You don't need to be there. Okay. You're down. You're up. You're down. You're up. Oh shoot! I look like a rogue now. Look at that. You don't work. You don't work. You're not it. You're not it. You don't help me. You're something I sell. You for warrior. Don't need you. Don't need you. You don't help. You don't help. You're here just so you can get sold eventually one day. You don't help. You're now worse. Don't need you. Don't need you. Okay. Yeah, bud. We did it. Sort of. I mean, not completely. Do I want... See what else I can get right now before I continue on. But it's also almost 5, and I should figure out dinner before later on tonight. So I may... This might be bust. I mean, I'm the right level for Rogue. Or level for Ninja. So I can now theoretically go to Ninjatown. But... That's a cheat, but not high quality. I want the good stuff. Oh, that's merely the same, thanks to the... Yeah, alright, alright. Nice. Yeah, alright. I think it'd be smart. Yeah, like I've now got all my levels I need of Rogue, so I can scoot on right on over to Ninja. Our next playthrough. So our next playthrough, we're going to wrap up the RougeQuest line, start the Ninja quest line. And yeah, I think you're right, Spice. I think it does make it a roguelike. Ninja is a rogue-like. So until then, we'll have reached. So we're going to say that we have now officially we're getting to Ninjatown, and then we'll be heading straight from Ninjatown to Hokagesville, and that'll be the next step in our 14 stream journey. Is to go from Rogue into Ninja, and then take the Ninja all the way to 90. But before then, I am going to be moving on down, get some dinner, so that way I can hang out with the Blood God peeps and get some maps done. So yeah, talk to you tonight. See everyone later. Maybe. That's possible because, you know, all the job quests, I mean, as far as the important job quests for like abilities and stuff, that ends at 60. So from there on out, it is kind of like just like, it's at that point it's kind of like running dungeons and doing stuff until you get there. And Bodge will get you there just as well as anything else. So maybe. That is certainly possible. Ain't like I can't use more metal. It'd be kind of fun if the metal also moved over to the new exploratory zone. It won't, but it'd be kind of neat to think about if it could. Anna still has one field note that she has left to get. She still has that one freaking field note. It's in the second area up north. You got to kill all the matchstick dudes, and it's the last one. She just needs that last field note. She'll have all of them. She just doesn't want to do it, but she might do it if the rest of us are doing it. But okay, no, I'm going to go figure out something for dinner. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to do that. So goodbye, world, for now. I think tomorrow will be, if I stream, it will be more Illusion of Gaia. We're gonna hop on that. Hop back on that train. But okay, until then, bye.